So here we have the Nissan Qashqai 1.5 DCI Tecna on a 17 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors. This car's also got a 360 parking camera. I'll show you that when we're inside the car. Loads of boot space, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. And the boot space can be increased by lifting, and if you wish to, removing these two trays here as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in fantastic condition the whole way round. Just briefly before climbing in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get full leather seats, as you can see, as well as a panoramic sunroof, and I'll show you that in more detail shortly. There's plenty to run for on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter, and on the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the middle, you can see the total miles for this car are 14,779. You can change information that's displayed up there by using buttons on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. There's various different menus available to you. Possibly one of the most useful pieces of information is the digital readout for the speedometer, which you see just there. Backing out to the steering wheel, the controls I was using a moment ago are just here. We've got stereo controls as well, and then we have cruise control and speed limiter, and the ability to answer and end phone calls. That is, of course, once you paired up the phone, and that is done on the central screen just here. So we've got menu buttons either side. Essentially, the main screen is touchscreen. So first of all, you can see radio-wise, we have DAB digital radio. This car also has FM and AM as well. You can see it's touchscreen. You can select various different radio stations, scroll through them from here. In terms of other ways to listen to your music, you can see there's a CD player. You can connect up a USB and auxiliary device, and once you paired your phone, not only can you make and receive phone calls, but you can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio as well. This car's also got satellite navigation. There's a full video showing how that works on our website and on our Facebook page if you'd like to check that out. I mentioned when we were at the back of the car that it had a 360 parking camera. If we pop the car into reverse, you can see just there we have a reversing camera with guidelines showing you where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see, and we have a bird's eye view showing the car parked in the space that it's currently in. If we put it back in neutral and press the camera button just here, we then get a front-facing camera and the bird's eye view, or a front-facing camera and a camera view of the front passenger side wheel. So with all of those cameras, it's incredibly easy to park. Below that, we've got the dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed is adjustable in the middle. Once you're happy with those settings, you can turn the air conditioning on from there, or hit auto, and the car will maintain those temperatures by taking control of the fan speed itself. You can just override that accordingly. You'll see on the left, or sorry, on the right hand side, we have a rear heated screen. This car also has a proper heated front screen as well. We then have the electric handbrake and a 12-volt charging socket underneath there, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and then all the way back in the central armrest, a second 12-volt charging socket, the USB and the auxiliary input, and then a heated driver and passenger seat as well. Lastly, I just wanted to show you the panoramic glass roof on this car. There's a button up here that will open up the sun blind electronically. One push and it'll open all the way to the back, and you can see from here it lets in a huge amount of light. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.